Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Bungle Collects. I'm on the search for rare and valuable £2 in this coin hunt. I've got £500 to go through, hopefully trying to find the rare and valuable ones, the ones that you can find in your change. And I'm after me missing one. The quest for the Commonwealth continues. I need the rarest £2 coin you can get in circulation, Commonwealth Games, Northern Ireland. If I can't get it, then maybe I'll get a nice swap out for one of the coins I've already got that's maybe in better condition, or I might find an error or an oddity or something like that. So off we go, 25 lovely seal bags. Got these from the #1 post office lady, Liz's post office. Let's see what I can find. Error wise, look for kind of rotations, so that if the coin's spun round the wrong way. I look for any extra blobs of metal. Edge inscriptions that might be, there's a nice coin coming up, edge inscriptions that might be incorrect, that type of thing. But I won't check them on camera. I'll check them off camera and show you in the next episode if I find anything. Right, this is a nice Britannia, so that's a definitive coin, so it's not a commemorative, it's not commemorating anything. And it's from 2016, so its mintage is just under 3 billion. I do keep the odd one of them, but it'd have to be in super condition. That one isn't, so that'll just be going back in circulation. Value-wise, you might be lucky to scrape £3 for it if it was in super nice condition, but they're just not. It just isn't desirable enough for a coin that's relatively low mintage in terms of circulating £2 coins. It's a silver find for me. It sits on the second row of my mat. It's lower minted than the golden guinea, which some people keep, but not me. I only tend to keep the top row really, and then the gold finds, and then some premium silver finds. Otherwise, it gets too expensive. And the truth is that £2 coins just aren't as desirable or as collectible as the 50p's. There's the act of the abolition of the slave trade, so that's a pretty high mintage, that one. That one sits, that's the third highest minted £2 it gets in circulation. It's 8,445,000. So that is just face value. Here's another face value. That's Isambard Kingdom Brunel. He's an engineer and he built all sorts when he was alive. It's a highly minted coin. It's just under 8 million. And again, just £2. £2 worth. Oops. Right, I need to do an edge inscription. I'll do an edge inscription hunt. So where I mentioned the golden guinea. Ah, nice. There's 3 commemoratives. So that would have been a good. That would have been a good edge hunt there to show you what the edge inscriptions were. But because of the way it opened, I thought I won't, so I didn't. And it's a shame, but never mind. Right, we've got on the left-hand side there, we've got the Florence Nightingale. That's Lady M's favourite £2 coin. Pretty dark and grubby, that one. Highly minted as well at just over 6 million. We've got another Brunel portrait, and so far this is the plum. It's in nice condition as well. There's the golden guinea. It's a splendid thing. Mintage of 2,990,000. So is it a potential swap? It possibly is, because I don't think you can see, but it has got a little bit of luster on it. Let's see. Interesting. See what the queen side is. We do have a swap. We do. So if you look at the fact that's the one I've already got on the mat, you can see that above the queen's head on the brassy bit, it's slightly discoloured. So this side is definitely better. It's questionable the other side, to be honest, because it's pretty good, that one, although there is a mark down here, so that's the one I've already got. That one's not as nice in the silver bit, and a tiny little bit of grub down there, but overall I'm swapping that because it's got a bit of luster on it as well, so I'm pleased with that. So I'm going to put the old one back there, and I'm going to put that one on the mat. Always nice to get a swap. It's taken tens and tens of thousands of pounds. I just knocked the camera there. Tens and tens of thousands of pounds to get this £2 coin collection in such a nice condition, and I'm really quite proud of it. It's a shame that it's not not worth a fortune. If there were 50p's there and you were trying to collect a full set of 50p's, then I think it would comparable to their face value, because of course you can get 4 50p's for every £2, but comparable to the face value, the 50p's are way more valuable if you had a full set. Right, that is the Charles Dickens coin. That's another high minted coin at just over 8 million and just worth £2. But it's nice to get the variety here. So you've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones so far. Plenty of bags still to go. There's another one. That's the Army Centenary, second highest minted circulating £2 coin, 9,550,000. 50,050 in fact, to give it its exact mintage. I know some of you will definitely give a slightly incorrect mintage, and slightly if you will put the correction in the comments, which is always fun dabby dozy. Just did a TikTok, actually a bit of an interesting story. So do you know that we are on TikTok? Don't really upload much on TikTok, but I did upload a video yesterday at the time of filming, and it was because my new old mate Sue from the post office, she rang me to say that, oh, I must do that edge inscription hunt. She rang me to say that someone had paid in £11.50's worth of picture coins, and did I want them, so I made a special trip to go to Sue's post office to collect them. And I thought, I'm going to film this because they were all indeed commemorative 50p's. So it was just a very quick video. I put it up on YouTube as well, on here as a short, as a YouTube short. But the one on TikTok has done absolutely, there's a fake. Spot that a mile off. The one on TikTok, so it's been on for less than 24 hours, and it's already done over 30,000 views, which is amazing. So if you don't follow us on TikTok, find us at Bungle must be just kind of Bungle collects coins, I think. Sure, you'll find me if you're on TikTok. It's worth it. I love it. Anyhow, so there's another act of the abolition of the slave trade. We've got 2 more Charles Dickens, so kind of proving that the high mintage, so you find more of the high mintage coins. Doesn't always work out that way, but more often than not that it does. And there's the highest minted commemorative £2 in circulation at just over 10 million, commemorating VE Day and the end of the Second World War. And we've got the Brunel arches as well, so the sister coin to the Brunel portrait, came out in the same year. Very similar mintage as well. It's 7.5 million, give or take, so they're both just, you know, a touch under 8 million. If you wonder why I put the coins to one side or the other, you know, do you notice that's something that I do try and do if I think on. It's because if I've got a bag, let's do an edge hunt. If I've got a bag with no commemoratives in, so like that one, it goes to this side, because I can then just rebag them up without having to recount them, because these will be getting bagged back up and going back into the bank, so they're going back into bank bags. So I know I don't have to count them. Whereas if I do take a commemorative coin out, it goes that way, because I do need to count them / weigh them before I put them back into the bag to make sure that I've got the right bag. Right, let's do an edge hunt, an edge inscription hunt. So we're looking for anything that doesn't say standing on the shoulders of giants. Do normally have some pretty good luck, but I don't know whether you can see that yourself. They all say giants or standing or variations of that, but I will just double check. And we'll shout out Sue from New Zealand as well, because she's the one that always reminds me on when it comes to the old edge hunts. In fact, I'm going to do another one, because I do get, you know, I do believe it brings the luck. Let's have another look. Right, top one, shoulders, giant standing shoulders on the, what's after that? It's the one in the middle. Something, is that something will turn up? Is that another Charles Dickens there? Maybe it's that one pretty much in the middle. And then we've got standing, and the shoulders. So I think we've got a Charles Dickens in the middle of here. We have. Have I zoomed back out properly? Not sure. So I'll stick them over to my left-hand side in the to count pile, and I'll show you that. Charles Dickens again. Just had the dreaded email from one of my banks as well, so they want to know why I'm withdrawing or depositing so much cash payments. One of the accounts is, I assume it's in a year, but the figure that's being quoted is £46,500 is being deposited in the account. So I need to provide proof of funds for how I've been able to deposit that amount of money. So I'm going to have to explain. And it's the first time I've had an email. Normally I get a letter and then I have to ring them and I'll speak to somebody on the phone and explain what I do. But this time it's about uploading documents and proving it in other ways. So I have to explain that it's not actually £46,000. That is a rugby from 1999. It's in quite nice condition, that one. I'm going to check that one. Ooh. The one I've got's got more lustre to it. No, I won't. You could make a case, but I won't. There we go. So I need to explain it's the same money that just rolls around. I just withdraw, well, pay, let's say this, so I'll pay these £500 worth of £2 coins into, these are going to go into the post office, but they'll be paid into the account, £500 worth, and then I'll withdraw. That's we haven't had that one. We've had that's the active union. I minted those 7,545,000. We've had all but one from the bottom row here as well, and this one, the common ones, only the kitchener, so we've got the bottom row. So yes, I'll pay these into the post office, and then I'll either withdraw the 500, so I pay this £500 in as cash over the counter at the post office or as cash at the bank, and then I will withdraw that £500 in banknotes and then swap that out for another £500 bag, either usually at a different post office or sometimes from the bank itself. So and exchange it again. So it's the same £500 that just turns over every week. Sometimes it's £1,000 a week. Generally do £500 worth of £2 and £500 worth of 50p's, because we do 3 episodes a week. But yeah, it's the same £1,000 that just turns over and over and over again. So I'm guessing that's probably where the 56,000 comes from, maybe like a year, so 52 weeks of the year. But yeah, it's going to take a bit of explaining, but they've threatened to close my account if I don't contact them and upload, and they're not satisfied within 2 weeks that I'm not money laundering or not avoiding paying tax, etc. So yes, interesting. We'll see. Right, okay, there is it. So subscribe while you can and put a like on the video, because I might need as much, if I need to change banks, I'll pick up more bank fees, so I'll need as many subscribes and views and channel memberships and buying coffees as possible if that account goes. Right, okay, that is the plum. That's the one, that's not the one I found, because that's already on the mat. But there it is, the golden guinea is the plum. And I'm pleased with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different coins. Wonderful. Right, please do subscribe if you haven't already. Stick a like on the video. Watch some of our other videos, especially our 50p hunts, me and Lady M. We do where we play against each other every week, trying to find one of every 50p you can find in circulation. We've got our own book, so that's a lot of fun. So, and thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.